this sort of midfield battle that
it was barely a battle come the end of it.
Yeah, Liverpool maybe won for the first 15 minutes because they put Camavinga under pressure. They put Modric under pressure, and that worked. And you and I were wondering about Camavinga. I said, okay, how is he going to respond to this? And he did really well. And we talked about Valverde and the switch with Modric to just make them even more solid defensively. I mean, Modric is 37.
Allegedly,
yeah, because I think they cooked his passport. He's actually like 32. But, you know, he wanted just to be older at school for the girls. But like, I mean,
it felt,
even if you think the Liverpool midfield was not good,
yeah, we don't have to talk about that. But
it was like he was a man against kids.
For me personally, this is not me coming as like a big Madridista or anything like that. But it felt like a privilege to watch him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because the way he was playing was different to how anyone else plays. His understanding of the game, the movements, the little touches to manipulate the ball. You know, the people who control the ball and there are people who manipulate it. He manipulates it.
Yeah.
Every touch is with intent. The outside of his foot, the inside of his foot, the sight for the passes, knowing when to switch, when to go short, when to go long, when to dictate the tempo, spaces to find yourself in. Like, it was unbelievable. And to add to it, so the fifth goal comes from him stealing the ball from Fabinho and then running away from Bajcetic, an 18-year-old. He's young enough to be his son, you know. And you could say, oh, well, you know, it's a mistake, it's this, that, and the other. But it's the understanding of how to manage the game. A player of that ability, with that level of experience, is like at times borderline unplayable. You can try and make it as hard for them as you can, but they're still like, he's different tier. He's different tier.
But then I guess he's a Ballon d'Or winner, so
yeah,
even
it's different.
This, you know, he's on like that level anyway.
Benzema as well, and you know, this is the counter argument. When some people say Liverpool's midfield's aging and this, that, and the other, I think it was 7 of the top 10 contenders for the Ballon d'Or were all above the age of 30.
Yeah.
So we can say that if we say that this midfield's too old, but then all these players who are great are all older, like, how does that balance out? Because just because you're older doesn't mean you can't have impact. Benzema, as you said, is 35 years of age. A few years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he's washed. Like you say, a 35-year-old, get him out. This is the age you get the pension in England, and he's just won the Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean? Just think about that from that perspective.
And not every player can last as long as Modric and Benzema and still have that level.
No, but the level though, I think. Well, you tell me, was that Benzema's best ever season last season?
Yeah.
So he's gotten better. And the thing about getting better, it comes with experience.
You see, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
So what? I mean, this season compared to last season?
No, last season.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's experience.
Yeah.
Because even though physically you might not be what you were in your 20s, now you really understand how to control the game. Yeah. Like Bajcetic in that game, he lost the ball just before the Alisson mistake. Yeah. He did something really good. And then he tried to do something else, which was fancy.
And then they were all sleeping as well, by the way. I mean, come on, please.
Just wear studs, come on. Just pop studs on. But that little mistake there, Modric wouldn't make.
Yeah.
He'd win the ball back, then he'd know the decision to
make
straight away.
Maybe Modric at 18 would have made, playing for Dinamo Zagreb.
100%.
Again.
So that's why I think for a Liverpool midfield, if people say it's aging, well, it should be more experienced. And should be able to understand how to win a midfield battle. And maybe if you go up against younger people, they might have the legs on you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it should be able to just dominate you at all. Because in the way football works, say if we played football now and we played against a younger group of people, I'd always back the older ones to win because they know how to win. The young ones have the ability to like play well, but can they win?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.